You know, they say diamonds are forever, to quote one of the James Bond novels and films. But this week, let's talk about Hackney diamonds, shall we? Anyways, good to see everybody back. Good to be back after a little bit of recharging. So, Hackney Diamonds, latest Rolling Stones album that's supposed to come out October 20th. The first album of all new material since 2005's A Bigger Bang. Of course, they did release other newer songs and some compilations and little bits of archive material in the ensuing years between these two albums of all new material. And so there's a couple folks that guest on the album. We've got Elton John on a couple of tracks. Of course, we definitely have Charlie Watts. He is very much missed and loved by the rock community in general. We've got Paul McCartney playing bass guitar on a track, Bite My Head Off. I guess it's supposed to be like a rocker, an angry rocker. Stevie Wonder on one of the tracks. Bill Wyman as well. Let me see, who else? Lady Gaga on one of the tracks as well. So, I think it's going to be a good album. It could even be a great album. I think the last consistently great album of theirs was Steel Wheels in 1989. That's the last great one in my opinion, beginning to end. Certainly good to have Paul as a guest on one of the tracks. This kind of gives the feeling of either, if not the last album, definitely second to last album, I would guess. As far as charting, my thoughts are that it's going to chart probably somewhere in the top 10, but maybe will tumble down relatively quickly. And that happens with all the classic artists at this point. I mean, whether it's Paul McCartney, Elton John, Rolling Stones, The Who, to name check a few at least of the older legacy artists. And I don't see this quite breaking that trend, as it were. I'm hoping for a lot of good rocking tracks. It's just a good thing to see them at least, one last time kind of, putting out an album, or second to last time, you never know. You never ever know. I mean, people were talking about their last tour and whatnot since, at least the mid-70s, if not much earlier. So we don't know how long the band will go. They'll go as long as they go, of course. And I suspect that the tour, it's going to take them probably well into 2024. As far as other projects, of course, on the timeline, we've got Ringo's album coming out relatively soon as well. This one for the Rolling Stones drops October 20th. We'll have the last new Beatles track sometime later this year as well, which is fast approaching. And I also suspect that I'm guessing a new McCartney album in 2024. I'm getting the feeling of that. It'll have been 4 years since his most previous one. So that's just kind of the feeling I get anyways. I have no official information. I have no idea if that's correct or not correct, but it's just my guess. But certainly good to see the Rolling Stones at the press conference. They had their interview with Jimmy Fallon. He was okay. He was competent. I think there's a few times he was trying to be a little bit too on, if you will. Just too much goofing around, which is fine, but the focus is on the Rolling Stones, Jimmy. No offense. We love you, Jimmy Fallon, but it's the focus is on the Stones themselves, for this particular project. I caught that live stream when it aired basically about a week and a half ago, I want to say, something like that. But, hey, good to see the legacy artists at least continuing. We certainly don't know how many albums they have left, and certainly with the loss of a lot of classic rockers happening rapidly, you never know. So I think now is the time to do all these collaborations. By the way, Bob Dylan and Paul McCartney, if you guys have your phone numbers, I would suggest maybe a collaboration much sooner rather than later. Just my thought. Anyways, hope everybody's enjoying the content. I'll have something else up again soon. And just stay safe out there. And if you're enjoying the content, again, just give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. See everybody in the next video. Bye.